Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopCircleNow.com. And tonight, stocks, ladies and gentlemen, new another record. Ownership rights, passive income, wealth building is on tap tonight for the SSN Nation late night money making Monday live stream. Let's talk and welcome. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for being here. Some of you will know that I am late. We normally are at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but today, once again, health is wealth. You know I'm out here taking care of the aunt, helping, in other words, and today another potentially catastrophic situation. Once again, luckily, family was in the room because otherwise, who knows what would have happened when somebody's oxygen levels all of a sudden start decreasing and you have one or two nurses on the floor in this area and they may not have come to the room for another 20, 30 minutes, and the actions would not have been needed to handle the situation. So I'm just telling you, health is wealth is your number one priority if you live in the world. Because again, if you're not there to help your loved one, you're relying on other people who may not have empathy, who may not think that this is nothing more than a job. So therefore, you don't want to be in this situation because it is scary, ladies and gentlemen. I invite anybody to go down to a hospital and walk through and see how many people and family members might be there, and then pay attention to how many people in the staff is actually in the rooms versus not in the rooms. Just saying. Now, let's get into it, shall we? Because as you guys know, we're talking about the stocks. Another record again. Doesn't it, sooner or later, you're going to have to start asking the question, how's the stock market moving up, breaking records, when it seems like things are in disarray around the world? That just tells you what I've been telling you for 5, 6 years. The top 10% of the wealthiest have their own casino called the stock market. You need to play in their playground, except you don't want to play in the casino. You don't want to be the lamb to be slaughtered. So therefore, let's go with the first things first. You need to free up some extra money and things of that nature, right? So you can have disposable income to make investments. So what are we talking about? Findhelp.org, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you, 8 out of 10 of you are living paycheck to paycheck if you live in the United States. 8.5 of you out of 10 in Canada is living paycheck to paycheck. So once again, findhelp.org is only in the US because you put in your zip code. Then you find all the types of help that is at your disposal. You call people up, they're nonprofits. So the link is down below in the description box. And the link is also going to be right here in the chat rooms all over the world. And speaking of the world, we got something coming up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep teasing you guys about this ownership. I'm going to keep teasing along the lines. Remember when we discuss royalties? Remember production labels, as in music labels, production companies, as in TV. There are rights when you own certain things on TV, in music. That's going to be on Spotify. That's going to be on podcast networks. That's going to be on Netflix. Every time it plays, you can license it out if you own the rights to the movie, own the rights to the TV, or are producers, or have the masters for music. Because I don't need your permission if I'm a label and I hold your masters and somebody wants to say we want to use it in a movie and we're willing to pay you $250,000. The label gets the $250,000, not the artist, unless, of course, you have a artist-friendly contract where you get a piece of the split, or they let you decide if you want to have your song in that movie or TV show. Just saying. That means you have rights that could be used in the future, and that means passive income for life. We're going to get into that and so much more. So if you have anything to say, let it be known down below in the chat rooms, no matter which platform you're watching at. That would be greatly appreciated. Now, if you're out here having trying times, mental health, you see it right there in the chat room. You see it, 211, a phone call away. Mental health is there for you. Just saying, it's stressful out here right now. It's real in the field. It is, because you're finding out there's a huge distance between the haves and the have-nots. I mentioned this on Friday when I was at the NAB show. I cannot believe people are selling equipment for one piece of equipment so a person can make more money. They're selling for $100,000, $200,000. Now, ordinary citizens aren't going to have that money. So you're either going to have to be wealthy or be one of these production companies or a person that holds rights to several things. So you have money rolling in and you have an outlet and a reason to buy it. And there's plenty of people to buy it. They took up 3 of Las Vegas convention centers, the West, the North, the Central. They had booths built like stores, 2,000 square foot stores, like Adobe, for instance. All right. You guys heard of Adobe? They have a suite of things. I didn't even realize all the things that Adobe did. I'm just sitting there like, are you kidding me right now? No wonder these guys have one of the biggest booths here. All right. Simple. You can tell who has the money. All right. EV Place is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation late night money making Monday live stream. Now I know you're doing the salsa dance because he's done the damn thing. I know he's invested in the stock market, ladies and gentlemen. So he's been doing the salsa dance for a week or 2. And I want to thank you so much for that icon next to your name, which I humbly appreciate. And he has a tagline. Hello, SSN. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Thank you so much for being in house for the late night edition, because we're talking about ownership, something that EV Place knows about. He's out here making his own things happen. He has ownership of his business, ownership of the stocks that he invested in, ownership of investment properties that he's invested in. He's doing the damn thing. This is what we're talking about out here, ladies and gentlemen. Ownership. But we're about to get into something else about ownership in a second, because I'm coming out of retirement. I was going to retire. Well, I kind of already am. But all I'm saying is I'm going to retire, like not hardly do anything. No, even YouTube. But now something has caught my eye that I teased you guys with on Friday, because that's why the last 2 videos are called ownership. Let me explain something. There's 2 areas that I always wanted to be in. The music business. Why the music business? Because you can have a music label, have artists underneath, and due to the contracts that a label and I say versus artist, but label and artist sign, generally the artist has to pay money back. So therefore, if I say you have $1 million contract, that's nice and all, but I could be like America's Got Talent or the X Factor, where they say you have $1 million contract, but you're getting $25,000 a year for 40 years. That doesn't sound like a good deal, does it? I don't think so. I'm just saying, the fact of the matter is, Music business, for instance, has one of the most predatory contractual obligations between the have and the have-nots. The artist working day, night to become successful for 5, 10, 20 years sometimes finally breaks in and they sign, and the next thing you know, they said, here's $2 million. But the thing is, if they don't sell $2 million worth of album or anything, it's recoupable. So it's a loan. So even though these guys gave out $2 million, the fact of the matter is they now have the publishing rights. They now have a lot of the rights that the artist does not have. So now they can sell the works. Meaning, they could say, you know what, somebody called up, like I gave an example. Here's, hey, we're doing a movie. Can we use that song? Sure, $50,000. Label gets to keep it. Just saying. The person goes and performs live somewhere. The label gets a piece of that money. Just saying. So it's all recoupable at this point, and the expenses could be you used this studio that we told you to go use, and that studio, because it took you like 3 months, 4 months to do it, and you were in there X amount of hours. That was $1 million worth of studio time. Just saying. So who has the wealth, ladies and gentlemen? The person doing all of the work, not all, but 90% of the work is out there performing, out there doing things, and the label is sitting at home collecting checks. And potentially for a long time, because if they don't give the masters back and they still own part of the publishing or all of the publishing, that means they have to go out and do shows because they have to make money from shows. A lot of it. But again, those are the type of things. Now I'm creating a video game. See, we're going with this right now. I like this. Hey, by the way, I'm doing a checkbox. Checkbox. Ownership, ladies and gentlemen. Ownership. If you have a video games are marketable for rights. Ownership as well. By the way, licensing. That's right. EV Place. I love to hear this, man. Video game. I got to write this down. There's a reason I'm writing this down. Travel, business, ownership, ladies and gentlemen, movies, cars. Let's call it, throw in motorcycles. I don't know if they're that popular, but cars, motorcycles. What else? Video game. There's rights, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Video games, if you make one, it's yours. You have several options once you make it. If somebody loves it, you can license it to them. They can pay you that way. Or some big gaming company can come up outright and buy it if it turns out to be awesome. And he just hit the nail on the head, ladies and gentlemen. We can do this now. Hashtag don't let me in. He's got it for Android, which means soon on Google Play Store, I assume. That means there's an app opportunity. Just saying. That also means you can be on Roku and Amazon. That's right. This is ownership, ladies and gentlemen. So now if you're on these platforms and your game is popular, guess what? Advertisers say, I want to advertise on that game because people go check it out and they go buy, and there could be in-game ads. But on the other side, there could not be in-game ads because EV Place says no ads. If you buy a monthly subscription for $7.99 or annual subscription for $100, whatever the case may be. But he owns all the revenue, unlike when I'm here on several of these, in fact, all of these social media platforms. They give me 60%, 30%, 10%, when I could be collecting all of the percentages based on my product. And EV Place, I am very, very proud of you, by the way, man. Right on. I love it. Whenever you get ready, you know what to do. Let us know what the name of the game is going to be and where to find it. Because I'm assuming people can buy it, lease it, or rent it. However that goes. If you can lock it up or something of that nature. But at least you control your own destiny, because you can lease it to a major giant and just keep collecting checks every month, which means you have ownership once again. And that also means you can make a number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 if it actually has a sniff of possibly working out. All right, EV Place, you're going to like what I'm about to say shortly, so stay tuned. It's an AR style game, a little bit like Pokemon Go. Now, just so everybody knows, EV Place, you will know now, I don't play games. Just saying. I stopped playing games when I was like 19, 20 years old, seeing how it's Monday night, it's not Friday night, it's story night. But the story is, I went to the University of Florida, and in our dorm, we had video games. All the real ones where you had to put in money. The ones that stand up, the ones you sit down, all of that was in our dorm room. Also with the pool table, also with the ping pong table, also with the DJ booth, and all crazy stuff, right? So, got so good at the games. In Gainesville, Florida, they used to have like Leonardo's Pizza. I don't know if they're still there. They would say, come win some t-shirts for the highest score and get some pizza. Not just one. I can't remember how many. I think it was 5 pizzas for the high score for the day or something like that, right? And one day I'm sitting at the dorm and somebody says, hey, man, you should go down to Leonardo's Pizza. They're giving away free pizza. I was like, who cares about a pizza? They go, oh, no, it's like 5 or 6 or something. Or 1 every hour or 3 every hour. I don't remember what it was. But all I remember is I'm sitting there like watching fellow students go in the kitchen, and all they would have is top ramen noodles. And mind you, I didn't even know what top ramen noodles were. But everybody kept saying, I can only afford and have top ramen noodles. I'm sitting there like, what the heck are these guys doing? I'm going around eating all over campus, but I'm special. It's all good. But the point is, I never came into the kitchen. So I finally, I'm talking with somebody. We walk in and they're like, hey, I'm getting ready to get something to eat. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. We're having a conversation, and I noticed everybody was with pots and boiling water and stuff. And I said, what the heck's going on in here? And then everybody starts saying, oh, yeah, we got scholarships. We got this, that, and the other, but we don't have money, so we all got top ramen. What is that? What the heck? Then I tasted it, and I was like, tastes like cardboard. What is happening? So then I said, well, guys, I guess for the rest, as long as Leonardo Pizza is going to be open, I'm going to go down there. And every night, I guess you guys are going to have to start eating pizza, because I'm about to bring back about 5 or 6 of those things. And they were like, yeah, I said, I'll just go down there and be there for an hour or two, because I know, that's why I can't remember the amount they gave away, but I came with the stack. So every time they had Leonardo's Pizza games, I'm down there. Every time, because we have the games in our place. High score was never an issue. So always come back, drop them in the lunchroom, in the kitchen area, and the whole floor could have pizza instead of having this effed up stuff. It was crazy. So anyhow, AR style game. I don't know Pokemon Go. I don't know. I know shooting games, because they used to have that back in the day. But quite frankly, when video games came out, I don't even know how to run a controller. I never even played a video game, literally on these controllers at home. I've never played it with any friends of mine. Whenever they've asked me, I've said, no, I'm not going to play, because I'm sitting around wasting time. is what I was looking at. Time is money, ladies and gentlemen. And that is what the problem is. While you should be out here learning how to trade the stock market and taking advantage of these stocks at another record and the volatility. And again, I'm going to keep saying this, the Candlestick Trading Bible, you know where to go. Right here. I'm about to leave it here right in the chat room for you. And we can keep talking about ownership because you're going to have the ownership of your life because now you just need disposable income so you can start making stock market trades. So we're going to help you with the candlestick. It's very simple. Candlestick Trading Bible. The link is down below. Make use of it. Don't go anywhere. Don't be shy. We have more for you. You can learn at your own time and leisure. So why are you going to be shy? Stock market goes up. That means it rose today. But like, for instance, the Dow Jones is back under 50,000. So that means you could have sold or the sell side if you're stock trading and it goes down. You make money. If it goes up, like the S&P, then you could make money if you're trading both. You can, when it's going up, you make money going down. Just a little bit will do you. If somebody said, hey, you can make $100 a day, 4 days a week, that's not bad, right? That's $1,600 a month extra for sitting at home. But now you have to start thinking, well, what if it's 200? What if it's 300? If you get good at this, which does take a little time, energy, and effort, then you own your time once again, and you can determine when you want to do this. You market it with a few other things once you get good, like everybody else. I got something to sell, right? But let's stick with the program. Candlestick Trading Bible, no matter which platform you are watching on, I just put it down here in the link. All right? EV Place, he tells me it's the AR. It uses your phone's camera and you're hunting for virtual items, but in the real world. And that's interesting. It's like a treasure hunt with an AR. But wait, what? I don't understand the coordination. We're not shooting at people, right? I hope. I mean, that's going to be interesting. All right, let's see what we got. It will be an educational game for kids. At least they will have to move as to collect virtual items around their house or in the park. I see where you're going with this. I like that concept. I love that concept, quite frankly. Very good, man. Very good. You know how to, wait, you know how to build video games? Or do you have somebody, another geek helping you? Because that is impressive, quite frankly. Impressive, man. Impressive. Way to go, man. Of course, you know where to come when you say, hey, it's out and it's on the Google Play Store or wherever you order it. How much do you think this is going to cost, by the way, since it's a kid's game? This is very interesting. This is ownership, ladies and gentlemen. Notice the key phrase, ownership, rights, royalties, leasing, licensing. All of that is in play if he completely owns this video game. And the more popular it becomes, he could potentially have residual revenue coming in every month because then you could charge people. I don't know what his plan is, but I'm just saying he has several options and opportunities this way. And EV Place, I think you're going to love it. Candlestick Trading Bible, there you go. You guys want to know, you want a demo account. So every live stream I'm talking about this. You want a demo account? I use CoinEx. If you want to go with TradingView, I have no problems with that. They are backed by, they're great. TradingView is a trading platform, and the brokers they use are regulated in the United States or around the world for the country that you're in. And so even if, hey, if you're watching from outside of the United States, please leave a message in the chat and say, I am in some country, and list the country that you're outside the United States. I know. The 2 or 3 or 1 of you, that would be appreciated still. All right, now let's get to it, all right? Let's get to it. We're banned, right? Don't worry about it, shadow ban. But the point is, we got to have a broker to trade. I use CoinEx, and there's a reason. You can use TradingView and use their brokers. That's fine. They're regulated in the United States. I don't like the United States knowing where I do business. they'll know that I'm sending money to some crypto. Crypto's being sent somewhere. That's right, to CoinEx. That's it. They are not licensed and regulated in the United States. So therefore, I love it. A broke country cannot hold my money no longer. All right, that's pretty much what it is. And I'll get into some of the rules of the SSN Nation game, but this allows you to do a demo account and also allows you to practice. And now you can watch the market, get your signals, what you're looking at to make you more effective as a trader. There's all kind of indicators. There's all kind of information out here on social media. Not all of it's good. So you have to pay attention. Books are out here, lots of things. But the Candlestick Trading Bible starts it. They help you mark up at starting around page 79. They finally start talking about marking up moving averages, 6, moving average of 6, moving average of 9, moving average of 200, moving average. Okay, that's for starters. High, lows on the daily, high, low on the 4 hour, high, low on the 1 hour, high, lows on the 1 hour. Or I already said that one. 30 minutes or whatever. Everybody has their own trading style, but that's your problem that you need to solve. Which trading style makes you successful? So you go to CoinEx to practice the demo account. Now, sure, they do have the live account where you have to upload crypto to. That's fine. All right. The good news is you download crypto. So when you download crypto, where are you going to send it? You're going to send it to your regulated government wallet. You're going to send it to your MetaMask. Wallets are us. I mean, where are you sending it to? Okay. Well, I'm just going to let you know where I'm sending it because tomorrow you guys can go get on the Zoom call and talk to bankers. We're going to talk about something EV Place. Hold on a second, man. I'll let the cat out the bag in a second because I did mention I would tell people on Friday what I'm going to do today, and I made a video. When did I release that? This morning? Yeah, I released a video this morning giving people an idea that ownership is coming. SSN Lifestyle Productions is back. And it's going to be ownership. How do you get ownership? You get video game ownership. You get your time ownership, Candlestick Trading Bible, CoinEx. And if you make more crypto, are you going to download it to your United States regulated crypto central exchange? Not a good idea. So I'm sending it down to Bankers. The Bankers card, ladies and gentlemen. I think I put it in once already, and it's going to be here on another platform. So the Bankers card. Tomorrow, 2 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's where you will find the Bankers Zoom calls. It's very simple, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. They go over it extensively. People can ask questions live. They do have a WhatsApp group, but they'll probably put it in the chat room there. So I suggest you sign up with the WhatsApp group that they have. And therefore, you know you're sending money down to a Bankers crypto card. All right, let me see if I have one here. It is here. Check it out. That's what it looks like. This is the plastic one with the tap feature. They have a metal one that does not have the tap feature. The difference between them is load amounts. Can you buy cars? Yes. Metal card has a way higher balance because you can buy a supercar for the balances they have that they allow you to use to swipe because it's a debit card, not a credit card. So that means when you make money in crypto, you can send it down to Bankers for one or wherever. But if you send it to Bankers, Bankers is in Mexico City, outside the United States jurisdiction, once again, not regulated by the United States government. Just like having an offshore bank account. Which, by the way, if you still don't have an offshore bank account outside the United States jurisdiction, I highly suggest it. I also suggest you get a 775 credit score, because otherwise you won't be able to partake in the 0% interest for 36 months, which I T-minus 4 months, I predict. And also, you can take advantage of 0% for 24 months interest rate on credit cards right now, or 21 months, which could help out 8 out of 10 people. So you have to pay down your debt, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. All right? And the tenants, the 3 tenants, credit score 775 or more, bank account outside the United States, a business outside the United States, whether it's real estate business or a regular type of business, you need a business that gives you money outside the U.S. So those are the tenets, and you have to do that by December 31st, 2026. The countdown began 2 years and 6 months ago. Just saying. How would somebody know that this is what you should have been doing starting 2 years, 6 months ago? Damn, because we're good. Just saying. All right? Let's go. Let's keep it trucking. Let's keep moving. All right? So you guys got it. There's the CoinX. Let me see. Do we got the bankers going in the house? Okay, here we go. EV Play says, I didn't know I could promise a C, but with AI is now possible. With AI, anything's possible, especially if you're a business person. I'm putting together something right now, a live music show. Oh my goodness. People have seen American Idol. People have seen X Factor. People have seen all these shows. Nobody has seen what I'm putting together because I come from a different angle. Most people go by, I'm doing this so I can make money. What I'm doing is, I love doing it because I can change the industry. Because if you give artists their masters, if you give artists 75% of their publishing, all of a sudden that changes the game. Because usually if you sign to a label, you will never sniff anything like that. Because they'll go, that's not the industry norm. Because, see, we're investing in you. So, therefore, you shouldn't have your masters. We should hold them until we can recoup our money. And you're publishing. We should have that too until we recoup our money. But they know they can put you on the shelf and you'll never recoup your money. They know they can make you release certain albums and then not promote it. So, therefore, you never recoup your money. Then they get to sell some of these rights because you were mildly successful and say, yeah, you know what? That TV show that wants to have it. Oh, that commercial that wants to have it. Yeah, we own the rights to it. So, yeah, we'll take that $25,000 now and all the royalties that come when that commercial keeps running. The artist gets zero. So when you come up with the game plan and you go, hey, man, I think I'm going to do this. And what they will say is, no. That's not what we're doing out here. Here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to help artists. I'm trying to make sure that they're going to be eating for the rest of their life on my watch. I don't want to take their money. I want to facilitate them to make money. And by default, yes, I will get a little small percentage. But my job is to make sure that they're going to be successful for life. And I'm going to tell people one thing right now. Somebody's out here watching. Artists are out here watching. You might want to stay tuned to this channel if you make independent artist music. Stay tuned. Okay? You might want to listen to what I have to say in about the next 10 minutes. Just letting you know. Stay tuned. Okay? He's right. Don't need Candle Bible. I've bought a lot of Intel at 44. Hey. Wait a minute, EV Place. You should have bought a lot of Intel when it was 17. You're the one, I believe, that even asked about it. So please tell me what we said back then was, now is a good time to buy after it dropped from like 30 to 17, 15. And we said, yes, get some. It was at 80 the other day. Just saying. But 44 is damn good too. But no, you should be investing in the stock market, which, by the way, if you still haven't invested in the stock market, what are you waiting for? This is crazy right now. The Magnificent Seven still works, right? It still works. So if you're watching this, make sure you smash the like button. If you like what I'm talking about, please subscribe to the channel. If you like it even further, wanting to get into the business stream like EV Place, who's a member of the channel, is talking about, become a member of the channel. That means it's a financial commitment, a small one, but that would give us some support. But the Candlestick Trading Bible, you're still going to need if you want to move into the ownership of your time, your space, and not have to worry about making more money and learning it. Now's the time. Don't delay. I wasted years, decades of never thinking about trading when I could have been doing this the whole time because I've always had a lot of free time. $10 is what he's saying. It's my first one. I'm using Gemini Pro. I know I use Gemini too. Free 1 round demo and full version. Let me ask you something. If you're using Gemini Pro, is that actually, are you able? I don't use, you know what? I started the channel for Stop Struggling Now. I just want to let everybody know I am using free apps. Okay, they may not be as powerful as the paid version, but what I've been doing is I go to AI mode. Now, last night I found out Edge, which that's a Microsoft product, and I saw chat in the upper right hand corner. So I hit chat and it looked awfully familiar, like Chat GPT or an AI prompt. So I said, okay, I'll go for it. Let's see what happens. So I started putting in my live TV show stuff that I already had. And all of a sudden it started giving me prompts back like, yeah, that's a good idea. That's pretty cool. That's not even on the market. I was like, I know. And so I'm like, they have a weekly free, apparently, because I don't have it. It turned into copilot.microsoft.com, and I'm not logged into Microsoft. All right. So it let me use it for at least 20, I think it must be like 24 hours a week. But they called itself Edge, but then I looked in the URL and it says copilot.microsoft.com. So I don't know what the hell's going on. But all I know is it's free for a long time. They give you a weekly free number. And even DOCX's, Word, PPT, PowerPoints, and other kind of things that they'll allow you to download. Now, video, I don't think it does video. Probably in the paid version. But that's what I want to know from you, EV Place. Are you saying that you are producing a video game with Gemini Pro? Oh, and by the way, Gemini is the Chrome, isn't it? Or is it Google? Either one. I've used Gemini 2, the free version. Oh, man. It's awesome, but you only have a certain amount of time, and I think it's not that. It was a while. Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure isn't Chrome Gemini, or who's Gemini, or is it Google? Let's see what it is. Chrome? I don't know. Let me go check. Is it, or is it Android? Who does that? Which one is it? Okay, you know what? I'll just go find out. I don't remember what it is, but it's easily accessible, ladies and gentlemen. And if you go with the paid versions, you get much more. Yeah, I guess Chrome is Gemini. There we go. And that was pretty impressive. The free version, just saying. You got to get started, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be left behind. So I want to hear about this. He's saying it's $10, which is cool. Same here, Eric. Same here, Eric. But I like the Gemini package. I'm paying $20 a month. It seems everybody's package is $20 or $25 per month, because my friend said they were paying $20 per month for Chat GPT. But it covers cloud storage, which makes it very, very interesting. I love it. I love it. That seems to be the going rate, which means it's not enough revenue to pay for these $1 trillion valuations, which is crazy for AI. That's just insane. But that's what's happening, quite frankly. But I just got to let everybody know, you can use free versions. You can go to Chrome, use their AI mode. You can go to Microsoft, use their AI mode. You can go to Google, use their AI mode. You can go to ChatGPT, but ChatGPT's, the free version, you only have like 10 prompts or 20 prompts max. And then you're done for the day. Then it says, come back in a few hours. I'm like, I've stopped using that one real quick. And I'm trying to think, I used like somebody else too. And it kept going for a minute too, but it wasn't that impressive because Gemini was impressive, the free version. A lot of people are impressive. And quite frankly, this Edge thing that I saw, which is Copilot.it, I don't even think I was logged in. I have a Microsoft account, obviously, because if you have Word products or any of the Word suites, you might have it. So I wasn't logged in. So it just said that you used up your weekly allottage. And again, it was over 12 hours. Just so you know, I was staying up all night doing it. because it kept giving me great information that I was like, oh my God, giving me names for things, telling me what the judges should say, what the uh, the host of the show should say. I was like, is this for real right now? To keep the show moving. Oh man, 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 it was sweet. I couldn't even. I can generate 3 videos per 24 hours with that 20. Oh, that's worth it. That's worth it. So let me know, are you actually doing a, let the people know. This is ownership, ladies and gentlemen. You can license your game to the big boys if it's that good. Are you making a video game on AI? That's what I want to know. Or are you making videos? That's a huge difference. Are you able to make something like that, an actual game? And why I'm going to ask you this is, what's the licensing for games anyhow? Does it work more like, I've never checked video. I'm assuming that it has to have like a metadata. I'm assuming, since we're talking about gaming, which means you're moving parts, and that means it's on platforms. What type of things are we doing? Free versions are hallucinating with programming. I can't waste my time. Hey, for right now, it's I'm using it. I'm just letting people know it's very, very powerful. You should get it in the game. All right. No chat GPT. No, don't do that. All right. Don't use a free chat GPT. Just go to Chrome, Google's, Microsoft's, and I swear I'm missing somebody else. But use those 3 for free and you'll see what I'm referring to. But ask detailed questions for what you're trying to achieve. Even if you have to write a long sentence or paragraph, be detailed, because the free versions, you only have a certain amount of time and their responses will be detailed. They'll ask you, well, you left this out. What do you think about this? And then you're wasting more prompt time. So just get straight to it. Okay, let's go. Let's see what he's saying. I'm creating a game from scratch using Gemini to generate language and assets. Oh yeah, the assets. Are you? That means you're gonna sell some gear in game. Is that what you're referring to as assets? Which I love, by the way. So that's what we're talking about. I've heard about this. Welcome, DJ Blends, to the SSN Nation late night money making Monday live stream. And Claude is dope too. Hey, Claude actually did something great, great marketing. And a lot of people have moved over to Claude. I don't know anything about Claude myself. So that's going to be pretty interesting. But thank you so much, DJ Blends, because again, ownership starts with you, ladies and gentlemen. All of the millionaires and billionaires, they own something, right? Rich and famous owns something that you think nothing of. Like right now, he's making a game. That game, he's moving into potentially millionaire, billionaire status because he has several ways that he can make money. In fact, you know what I'm going to do right now? Here I am on Chrome. Let me move to AI mode. Let me move to AI mode. Let's just get it straight right now, because I am not familiar, but I think it's going to go along the lines of like a TV show or something like that. So that means if you're doing something, that means you're going to have some sort of royalties, some sort of rights. Why don't we find out? Why don't I find out just from this Gemini mode on AI mode? How many different ways to receive royalties? Oh man, come on. Tease or passive income from creating a video game. I'm pretty sure, and you're going to have the rights to it. You're going to have the copyrights. You're going to have the name, image, and likeness of the characters. So yeah, it has to be several ways, similar to like movies and TV, I would imagine. Let's see what we got. Okay, there are publishing. There's publishing rights. Direct game sales and platform royalties. The most common way to receive royalties is through direct sales on digital storefronts. Oh, since it's digital, you always have royalties. Okay, publisher agreements. A publisher may pay for development cost up front. Oh, okay, that's cute. We're not doing that. in exchange for a larger share of future royalties. In these deals, you often don't receive royalty payments until the publisher has recouped their initial investment. Again, I already told you, it's reading the first sentence. I'm like, no, that's not what we do out here. If you're an entrepreneur, you don't want to hear anything about being recouped. All right, in-game monetization, which we did know, ongoing income, which means no matter what, that money should come to you. Microtransactions, selling virtual goods like character skins, power-ups, or decorative items. That's what he's going to do, I'm sure. Charging a recurring monthly fee for access to the game or exclusive premium content. We know that's happening. Battle season passes, offering a tiered reward system where players pay for a period of time to unlock exclusive items. We know that's going to be in there. And number 3, in-game advertising, which means you keep all the advertising dollars because you own that particular app, that particular game. Integrating banner ads, I never heard of this. It looks like interstitials. Okay, great. Rewarded video ads where players watch an ad for a reward. That's true too. You got that going down to generate revenue from free players. Oh, I love this. Licensing and intellectual. See, this is what I was talking about, this intellectual property stuff right here. Name, image, likeness, and all that. I love it. Exclusive and non-exclusive licenses. You can sell rights to publish your game on specific portals, like a browser game site, for a lump sum or monthly fee. Media adaptations, receiving royalties from film, TV. I told you, graphic novels, because they can turn your stuff into TV shows, movies, short movies, animated movies, even a real movie. So therefore, you get all kind of things. And yes, they do have receiving royalties for film, TV, graphic novels, board games based on your game's characters or narrative. Technology. If you build a unique engine or specialized AI, you can license that underlying technology to other developers. Wow, there's a lot of things. Passive income from game development assets. Wow, secondary streams, merch, game bundles, Patreon, crowdfunding. Are you interested in indie publishing on a specific platform? You're damn right we are. You're damn right we are. What are you talking about right now? I'm putting that in, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, this is ownership. This is ownership night, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Okay, by the way, primary self-publishing platforms are Steam. It says the dominant PC platform with over 130 million, active users. It features and the cost is $100 submission fee per game, but they have a revenue share, 70% to the developer. That means they get 30%, which they got 130 million active users. $100 could be worth it. That's almost like a YouTube split or something. Epic Games Store, once again, $100 submission fee, 88% to developer, 12% for Epic. Epic also waives Unreal Engine royalty fees for games sold on their store. How cool. itch.io, cost, free to upload. Open revenue sharing. You choose the percentage you give to the platform. Default is 10%. Okay, they don't mention anything else. Mobile publishing is different. Oh my. Oh my. Apple Store, $99. Yeah, they always charge a fee. Royalty, 15% for those earning under 1 million, 30% for higher. Okay, whatever. That's not unreasonable. Google Play Store, $25 one-time registration. Lowered its standard cut to 15% for flat rate app and game purchases, and 20% for in-app content. Indie publishing, Devolver Digital, Team 17, Humble Games. Okay, if you need funding, $250K to 1M or professional marketing, you can pitch to an indie publisher. On average, these deals provide 58 to 68% revenue share to the developer after the publisher recoups their investment. Oh man, come on. Even the indie guys are out here doing this. So anyhow, pricing, sweet spots, $10 to $20. Experimental games typically sit at $5 to $10. Phase launch. Experts recommend starting on PC, Steam, itch to build a fan base before porting to consoles, Switch, or PS5, as multi platform simultaneous launches can overwhelm small teams. Would you like to see a list of upcoming game jams? No, I would not. But I'm going to tell you guys another story, which is crazy. I guess it's story night after all on Friday night. We have the, I'm trying to think. What was we there for? Family reunion in Las Vegas, like 8 years ago. I can get a developer account for the Play Store for $25. Yeah, that's true. I can sell assets, engine, or full game. Yes, I just went down that whole list, man. It's awesome. Google Play Store fees are shifting due to regulatory changes, generally dropping from 30% to a lower rate, with many developers paying 15% on the first 1 million. Oh, he's writing it down right now. I didn't realize that. Comment, Eric. No advertising. It's a game for kids. No brainwashing. No advertising. What do you mean? You have to advertise the game. Oh, you're talking about in-game advertising? Or are you talking about, wait, you have to have advertising. Come on, man. They're going to have the kids-friendly advertising. Just saying. As of 2026, Android has approximately 3.9 to 4.5 billion active users globally. It is the leading mobile operating system, controlling over 72% of the market share. That's significant. So you definitely have to be on, well, Android, naturally. I'm not an Apple guy, but just saying. That's not surprised me one bit. So congratulations, EV Place. No in-game ads either. Okay, well, hey, take out the revenue for that too. Who's gonna, if it's a kids game, who's gonna pay for the monthly fee? Is the other question. So this brings us to the next part of our. Did I not say Bankus? I did say Bankus. Let me see. I don't think I put this down. Oh yes, we did. We did put it down. Okay, we're good. There we go. So if you guys want to get that debit card, crypto debit card, you want to be able to cash out your debit, get it, use it at a store, go to the ATM machine, send it to another person, please use my Bankus app. Download. Even if you may only think about it right now, download the app, because a referral, you can make money by referring people. That's right. And you can make money when the people you refer upload to their card. So therefore, there's a networking environment, which, by the way, EV Place, I'm setting up this show thing, and they have royalty tiers. And it's based on referring other people in one or several of the royalty tiers, because since there is a competition, now you are, they can be A&R, because now there's a little perk, obviously, built into the loyalty system. They refer somebody, they get in the game, they start winning some of the competition in the music show. Next thing you know, they get something. How cool is that incentive to have people refer talent to you without having A&R? I love it though, but we're gonna have A&R anyhow. But the point is that sweet or what? Not having to go out and find anything. Beautiful work. Thanks to AI, I didn't think of that. They did. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Right on. Yes. Hell yes. We want that in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's see. I just put those in. That's why. Hold on. Okay. I went by DJL Blends. I went by that. I can sell assets. Yes, you can. He's got it down. Google Play Store fees are shifting. We went over that. Why is that not lit up? Come on, Eric. I'm not doing in-game ads. Okay. No monthly fees. $10 for full version. So you're just going to be like old school video game. Once you own it, have it, you own it. No in-game nothing. No upgrades. Just if you want some other weapons or some other use that helps you through the game, I'm sure. Wait, you have to have in-game. No monthly fees, $10. No in-game ads. But you're going to have in-game sales, of course. Because otherwise, what's the point? How long do you think it's going to take you to get that up and operational? That's what I want to know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's the big announcement. EV Place is making the move for me. EV Place, we're gonna have to make a deal, man. I'm gonna know in about 2 weeks or next week. I thought I would know now, but these guys are moving slow. So I am going to be doing similar things to what EV Place is talking about right now, except I am going the app route. Just what he's talking about being on the Google Play Store, yes. Apple Play Store, yes. Cool, fine, whatever. But I'm going to be on Samsung TVs. I'm going to be on Vizio TVs. I'm going to be on Hisense TVs. I'm going to be on Amazon TV. I'm going to be on, oh hell, 20 places, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. So basically, he is doing videos. And by the way, your video game can be on my platform. Just letting you know. Okay? Think like, what's the most famous platforms that people know? Netflix, right? You log into Netflix, you see how there's some banner up there, and you see how they have the top 10 shows or whatever it is, and you see the top 10 movies, yada, yada, right? That same UI. I will have the same UI. So then the question is, where do you get the content? I'm not going to say that right now, but licensing is one of them. You may know some people that make independent movies that would like to have their movies on a stream. So we start talking about, I could build the app for you. Let's talk. The app. Wait, what app? No, my app is okay. I'm paying somebody already to actually set this whole thing up. That's the thing. All right, let's go. It's working now. I'm testing it for the next 7 days. That's cool. EV Place, I can build the app for you, Eric. Let's talk. Okay, man. Let me know. We got to get in touch. Let me know what type of app you're talking about, because I am going to have the app in all those places. 20 of the top places. And like I said, he already said what the Google Play Store does and Apple Play Store, and it's going to be on Samsung TV, Vizio TV, Hisense TV, Amazon TV. In fact, I don't think I have this right. It's iHeart also. It's everywhere. Everywhere that people watch worldwide. But it's TV, Netflix. That's right. I can even have Stop Struggling Now on there if I want. But I'm not, probably. But we could have other things on there. And now we keep all the money. Ownership. Just saying. Ownership. So now, just like EV Place is doing, building his app, I'm building a TV broadcast juggernaut, I believe. We'll see. It could be Visions of Grandeur, but I have to pay like it ain't Visions of Grandeur if I want in. I'm willing to pay to get in. So that's how we're going to do it. Now, when you say app, I need to know what exactly you're talking about, because I can build an. Oh, you can build an app like make it look like Netflix. That's all I care about. HBO Max, because they're all pretty much the same UI, right? Amazon Prime, Amazon, they all look the same, right? Top 5 movies of the day or whatever, top 10 movies of the day. Then they have all their platforms, all series, and then all that stuff. It's the same type stuff, no matter who you're watching. If you're saying you can build all that, now we have to talk, because we can always get on a platform, right? It costs, just what I just read earlier. It costs to get on the platform. Like for TV, it costs like $99, I believe, to get on in the Apple store for if you have a TV or something. And I think it's even Apple. I don't really know the numbers yet because I haven't gotten there yet. But if that's the numbers, then yeah, build me an app. If that's what you're actually talking about, that actually opens up and it's like Netflix or HBO Max or Amazon Prime TV or anything like that, That's the ones that I'm going to have. And then it ends up being, how easy is it to load? What about the metadata? Well, because that's going to be key as well, has to be sent through there. What about, yes, Android? Oh, Google Play, like you mentioned, that's also a place. Yes, I can. Android has 5 billion users. Exactly. Exactly. So, going to be on the Android Google Play network as well. Same thing. Did he just say, yes, I can? Really? Now, what about the back end? So, the how easy is it going to be to load up video? How easy is it going to be to convert, or have, if you have 4K, for instance? Because everything well, for the music thing is going to be in 4K, even though your eyes can't see that, but it's going to be in 4K. So, how good is that going to be? Loading in the back, right? How easy is it going to be to take somebody's videos and get them in there? That's going to be the $1 million question, because I have never built one of these things. I'm only going to be the user. Just like on YouTube, you just load things up. I don't have to know how to make it. That's the difference. So in this case, how easy is it for somebody else to use it? Okay, let me think about it, and we'll be in touch. Thank you, man. Don't take too long. If you, well, I don't mean it like that. All I'm saying is the guys that been talking to, that I'm interested in, the one of the things that is going to be valuable is the storage. Because see, how do I keep the storage if I want to do this myself? That means I need like a data center. That is one of the whole things. Do you have raw material? What do you mean by raw material is the first thing? Like, for instance, I could load up Stop Struggling Now stuff, right? And call it a channel on there in by rights. So if you're talking about that type of stuff, or you talking about raw materials such as the markup, the for where you would put, well, basically, is that what you're referring to? No, it's not going to be music. No. Okay. You misunderstood. The live music show is a show I want to do. And of course, it would be on my platform as well. But the thing is, that's not the main thing. Obviously, I'm going for gusto. I'm going for the whole damn thing. I'm going to license movies. I'm going to make it a real, it's going to look like HBO Max, Netflix, Amazon, all the rest, Peacock, Paramount, all of them, because they all generally look the same. It's going to look like theirs with the top movies. There's movies that are out that you guys know when you go to these places and you see these movies you never heard of. They're either bought them outright for a little bit of money, or they just license it. And it allows them to be on the platform for 6 months or a year or more. That's it. And when it costs more for known actors in a movie, is going to cost more to license it, or if the movie's successful or not, or if the movie never came out. If it's just an independent movie maker and you like his production, then the licensing is going to cost way less, and so therefore way less people may watch it because they don't even know who or ever heard of this movie or TV show or anything. So the licensing comes from many, many different things. Pay-per-view, yep, yep. That's an option. Right now, who I go through, because first of all, they're going to be hosting the storage. All right, that's the first issue. Because let's face it, I don't have a data center. I don't have any place to load up 1 million gigabytes or terabytes. I can't do that. So, and every time somebody watches something, that's gigabytes. So when you start talking about movies that are 1.5 hours, 2 hours, gigabytes start adding up. And so therefore there's a little fee for that I have to give up. Or do I? Well, I haven't seen the contract yet. But once I see the contract, then I'll know what I'm doing. But yeah, we have pay-per-view. And speaking of where I give money up is, if I do a pay-per-view, I got to give up a little percentage of pay-per-view. which I don't really mind. I mean, hell, it's pretty cool. But yes, pay-per-view capabilities as well. I need that. Same thing. All right? Because again, you can license pay-per-view. You can pay to have the pay-per-view. Like the fights come out or anything else comes out, you license it. So it's on your network. So that's why you can have cable TV pays a license fee. It can be on their network. It costs more if it's a big time fight. It costs less if it's not. So you can get your feet wet. There you go. Live events need data bandwidth, videos need cloud storage, and that's what the company I'm looking at is doing. So now, if you do data bandwidth, videos need cloud storage, that you got to buy the cloud storage, right? That's pretty much it. So, since we're doing ownership, this is all ownership, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're talking about tonight. We could be starting a business in the game of royalties, licensing, in game ads, memberships, gamification of it as well. Why don't I'm using, again, I am using AI mode on Chrome. How much does cloud storage cost if you need video? Let's go with video, music, live broadcast to run through it. It's probably going to ask me how many hours do you think it'll be. Let's see what this says. The invisible cost, data egress, major providers, AWS, Google, Azure, typically charge, not bad, no wonder they're building data centers, 8 cents to 12 cents per gigabyte. EV place, that's interesting. Okay, so let's go with 1 million times 0.12. $120,000 if you got up to 1 million gigabytes. So what they're saying is scale impact. Serving 10 terabytes of video monthly can cost roughly $900 in egress fees alone, which is often 4 to 6 times the cost of the actual storage. Yikes. Live streaming can be 3 to 6x more expensive per viewer hour than video on demand because it has lower cache hit rates and requires constant manifest refreshes. Okay, infrastructure processing costs, transcoding, converting video into multiple resolutions, 4K, 1080p, 720p for different users' bandwidth. AWS Media Convert charges, no wonder, 0.015 per minute for HD. That's not that expensive. Live ingest. AWS Elemental Media Live handles live input for 76 cents. What? What is this? An hour? A 24/7 live channel can cost $550 to $1,000 a month just for encoding. Origin servers hosting the master files for the CDN to pull from. A live stream with 10,000 concurrent viewers may require Origin infrastructure costing $500 to $1,200 a month. Holy smokes. Look at this. Starting monthly cost, Vimeo. I don't understand that one. $12 to $65. 5 terabyte storage. That's funny. Cloudflare. No. Simple. $1, 1K minutes. No. P Cloud. $99.99 for your lifetime. Music, built-in audio video player. No, they're direct storage rates. Azure, Blob, 1.8 cents per gigabyte a month. That's not bad. 0.2 cents per gigabyte a month for Google Cloud and 0.23 cents for AWS. So 2.3 cents, 2 cents, 1.8 cents per gigabyte. Really? 1 million? times 0.018. That's 18 grand. Would you like more detailed breakdown for viewer count? No, I don't. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. That is interesting. I can design the app only, the engine. Okay, what's the engine though? What is the engine? Eric, but if you have rights to event, yes, you're going to have rights to the event. You can stream through YouTube for free and get money from ads. I know, but it's like a 70-30 split, and Google actually owns the rights. Not so much the rights, but they own it's on their platform. And they get advertising for it for who knows how long. When if you did it, I'm not saying I'm YouTube, I'm not going to be that big, obviously. But all I'm saying is now you get advertisers money to come and you pay your network, my network, right? That's the big difference. Right now, people are paying Google to run the ads, meaning that's what they get from their service. They're making money from the ads, just like Google makes money from search engines. Same kind of thing. Versus the person that referred people over to Google to go click on the ad gets pennies. Big difference. That's why ownership matters. We want ownership. So therefore, I'm not going to be on YouTube doing that. Not unless YouTube's going to be paying me. Just saying. Not going to happen. I'm treating it just like if I'm a broadcast giant. So I'm going to be charging people advertising fees. I'm going to be doing all that, and I keep 100%. My company keeps 100% of the money. It's that simple. I'm not doing the share stuff anymore, especially since I can produce some things. I think, like I said, I'm going to know something in about a week or two. So I can have some guys that make movies and stuff and give me some stuff, and it would be very, very interesting. Yeah, we could always do that. The app engine is what you see as a user, but it's connecting cloud storage or a server with the final user, like a terminal. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but see, I'm finding out that cloud storage starts adding up. So I'm seeing right now that these guys, I got to see what's more to the game. But all I'm going to tell you is this. If they're going to let me in and it's only going to cost a certain number and that number is legitimate and that number works, then I'm going to be in. So we'll see how this all goes. There's a new feature, by the way, that I was talking about, the NAB, that's going to be very helpful for people. There's a couple of one I found. There's another one that didn't show up, but like you're watching me right now on YouTube, you have ads that come up and you click on the ads, right? It interrupts the programming. And by the way, did anybody see the trailer today? Let me know. Right? It disrupts the programming when they stop the video, and then you got to click on it if you want to go away from the video. How about the one where the ads come on and all somebody has to do is touch the screen and it takes you to go by the ad, but meanwhile your video is still going? How about that? Right? Touch screen, buying the ad or buying the product. That's out, and it's very cheap, but it's rarely seen these days. People do have it, but it's the big boys. I'm gonna have that also. And can you believe the rate for that was very cheap? Pennies. Long as you run it through an API. Bingo, secret API. Run it through an API, you hook it up, and you're set to go. No, yeah. Do you have an app developer? No, through the, okay, it's a yes and a no. Yes, because when I pay the people, they're doing the app. So now all I have to do is come up with an app name. It's a wrap. Just saying. It's a one-stop shop. Think of Bright Cove. It's not Bright Cove. Okay, just saying. Think of movie, MUVI. It's not movie. Same type of thing. They do the apps. You pay them. Whatever their fee is. Bright Cove, well, they're out of line. 200 G's, you're out of line. No, they're making the app and doing other social media, TV type stuff. Yeah, okay, they're great. They're probably one of the leading guys in this. But I'm not trying to join that club because you have to start small. So why would I try to think of something like 250 G's for them to create my app, create my UI, get me all set up when I don't have to? Because the same thing is going to happen. I am not popular. I don't have any content that's theatrical. Movies, I can't make movies tomorrow. All right? I'm not in the movie business. So therefore, I have to get somebody else. Okay, let me know if you have any ideas for another app. Man, I got ideas for this app. Let me know what you got. Once I understand what the app thing is a little better, because again, I've been out here in retirement mode. I used to be on the edge of stuff. And I'm sitting there going, man, right now I'm like, oh man, we could have made an app 5, 6, 7 years ago if I'd have known about all this. I've seen ads before where you can be on Roku and all this stuff, but it's like, give me $200, $500, start your own channel stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's all right. But how about I want to own the whole damn thing? I want advertisers to call the corporation and say, yes, I want to give you $100,000 for a 2 or 3 or 5 months worth of advertising. That's what I want. I want when people put things out there and then we go and have the TV shows or the movies or something like this making money now. I mean, not making money, but showing and people love it and people says, oh, I'll buy the app for whatever, $10 for the year, whatever it is, right? Now you have residual monies coming in from that. Then you have shows that you can license to other people, which is cool. All of a sudden, it starts turning into ownership and you have royalties coming in as well. So it starts being good. Okay, but it looks like you have your project locked with them. It's not locked. We are having conversation. First of all, no contract has been sent over. So once you can tell me anything on the phone. You can tell me anything in person. Until I read and the lawyers read what it's saying, you don't know. Right? It's all smoke and mirrors until the rubber meets the road. You can't be foolish, you know you're an investor. Rubber never meets the road when everything looks too good to be true. But we're going to find out, and we'll see. I understand I'm going to be getting something on Wednesday. So we'll see. But I will admit that these guys already, because I wanted a venue for the live stream show, and they set a place that's pretty spectacular. I mean, because I'll just tell you guys, I'm going to do a live show. I might have mentioned this before, live music, where there's no cursing. How about that? It's not going to have any foul language, and this music is going to be original music. That's going to be the competition. Who's got real artist skills? So, I have a label. Therefore, they're going to have to be independent. We're not bringing on people lip syncing. You can't do anybody else's music. It's only going to be original. So therefore, we're going to get to it. We're going to make it a contest, and we're going to see where it goes. But the fact of the matter is, all of that matters because the label will have rights because we're going to be sharing with the masters for the show because we can't give up the masters for the show for their performance. That's how it goes in this case. So we have all the name, image, likeness for our show. They have to give that up. It's not for anything else. It's just for the show because we have to show promotions, right? Certain things like that. All right. We have to be able to say if somebody, after we put them on stage and somebody comes to us and says, hey, you know what? We love that song. We'd like it in a movie. Okay. We're the label. We got the guy out there. Yes, we're going to take a portion. We're not going to be calling up the artists going, hey, man, what do you think? No, we're going to sell. We're going to make a deal. They send over 100 G's. Okay, we can be artist friendly. We can give some to the artist. Cool, but that's not what's going to be in any paperwork. No, we want to have total control because we are the ones that spent the money for the production, the producing, and everything else. Common sense. So therefore, if the label wants to come and buy them out, now we have things like that, artist friendly. Hey, you're going to have to put these people out, this artist out, their first album within 1 year. So you're not going to be able to put them on the shelf. And you're going to have to pay us. And I get some royalties for their first 2 albums. See how this works, ladies and gentlemen? Ownership. That's part of the plan. So anyhow, we're not locked in though, EV Place. Like I said, if you can make me a UI, but again, here's where the problem comes in. Just like you said, cloud store. In other words, what you're saying is I could run it from scratch. Now, granted, that seems like a pretty cool thing. If you can make a UI for me and then you can figure out how I can upload and then I can transcode in real time and have the metadata, the IRSC codes and all this kind of thing. If I had a music show and all that, that would be cool, but that would be a daunting task, I'm pretty sure. But if you could actually do something like this, because basically it's nothing about transcoding. It's similar, just what they were talking about on the AI. We need different platforms, the 4K, the 1080p. You need flip to 9:16 versus 16:9, all these things. And so once you start doing that, you have to be able to transcode and encode all of that. Can you do that in the app? Can you do that in the back while you're loading it up? And then the app has to be able to do live streaming, which basically is nothing more than not the app itself. It's the app needs to take in the live stream so it can be playing on TV. So once again, we got encoding, but that can be tech guys in itself. So I don't really know the app itself. You should be able to click on when, if it says the top 10 movies and you want to click on the number 1 movie, it should start play, right? It's that simple. But how do you get that done? I have no idea. Okay? A guy in Poland collected 80 million in donations in 9 days, streaming 24/7 on YouTube for charity for cancer kids. Oh yeah, that's not a shocker. No surprise about that. That's a rare delight, I'm sure, but I'm not sure that happens that often, but that's pretty cool. 80 million's a lot of money. And by the way, how did that happen? Really? Because I know I wouldn't be able to collect $80 million because I don't get streamed in the EU at all. Nobody watches EU because nobody cares about ownership. Nobody cares about real estate. Nobody cares about the stock market. Nah. Oh, man. Yeah, lucky him. Nice, nice. I'm happy for the guy. But that would not be me because we don't get sent out like that. All right. Anyhow, anybody see the live stream or the trailer? Let me know, and I'm going to wrap this up because it's getting a little bit late. Ownership. We're coming out, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do the TV thing. Actually have our own app. Just letting you know. And just like we used to do with the Ring of Fire for the Essence and Lifestyle, the brand is coming back. And we're probably going to do some other things because Larimar, we find out, has now given people a lifeline. If you stop paying, they charge you a late fee. If you decide to complete your transaction with them, they waive the late fees. Now, late fees right now I only have is $1,100. So, I mean, it's so minor, it's ridiculous. But at least they would waive them. But if I wanted my money back, then they use the late fees to reduce what they would pay me and tell me wait for the resale. So then I have nothing to lose than just sitting around doing this. So in the meantime, I might have this app thing. So then I'm just going to turn it into a business venture because we're going to have a portion of travel and real estate and a travel club on all those platforms. So I think it might go well, but I got to make sure this deal is right to begin with. And that's the first thing, because like EV Place said, there is storage situations. They handle it, but I got to pay them. Well, it's included, but I still got to deal with if that's really reasonable, if I know that it's 2 cents, 1.8 cents, and there's a few other factors, because it does add up, ladies and gentlemen. This is not for the faint at heart. Just letting you guys know. All right, we're going to wrap this up shortly. Does anybody else have anything to say? Because, again, this is late night, the late night live stream, ownership, royalties, passive income, business building, wealth. That's what you have to do. But now we're going with the worldwide global TV broadcasting. And that means everything involved with TV, and all of it has royalties, has licensing, and a whole bunch of things that you can make money off of with these products. And now that you're going to have a platform, that means advertising dollars is number one, could come in. Number two, other people's going to call you trying to be on the platform. And now you have special deals that you can make there. And there's all kind of things that you can do when you have your own platform. So there you go. We're going to wrap this up. Make sure, no matter what you do, stay safe out here. I love you guys very much. But please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. But once again, it's only as hard as your effort. You got to keep trying. Sooner or later, if you keep trying, you happen to get lucky. But do your own due diligence and make sure that you put in your best effort, because everybody else in the business world is trying to eat your lunch no matter what you're doing. Just like me trying to do this. We got big boys out here. Now, can I get a chip of something? Yes. Can I move to their level? Could. But then that means I got a lot of work ahead of me. They have advantages. They have studios. They can make content. They make TV shows. They make movies. They are friends of the industry when they have software, when they have Googles, when they have their friends in social media platforms. That gives them a huge advantage. Cheap rates matter. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, just think about it. Ownership is the number one way to go. And with all that said, no matter what you do, stay safe out here. A lot of people are stressed, to say the least, worried, bothered, working too much, having 2 jobs. All kind of things will get somebody to be set off. So just make sure you stay calm in any instance, and no matter what you do out here, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.